We know that when we're in our fight or flight, that basically means our nervous system is constantly firing and it's in survival mode. It's pumping adrenaline. It's stressed. And when we're stressed, our body can't recover. Our body's on high alert. Our body breaks down. Our body tightens up. Our heartbeat is not in rhythm with the body, right? So that's fight or flight. And parasympathetic or rest and digestion is when we're relaxed, is when we're calm, is when we are creative. There's no time to be creative when our body's freaking out, when our body is ready to fight or ready to run. So I want to talk about this really quick because it just occurred to me right now. So I've been up now for I don't know how many hours. Last night I slept about an hour and a half. How many of you guys have done that before? Right? Everybody probably raise your hand. Give a heart if you slept an hour and a half before, right? This is something that, now I know we don't do it all the time, but it happens. It all happens. And sometimes when we look at fight or flight, we think of it as like being really, really afraid or super stressed, but can also just be staying up. How often do we push ourselves and stay up for whatever reason, whatever it is? And our body doesn't want to stay up. My body doesn't want to stay up right now. And the only reason I'm still functioning is because I've been drinking a whole bunch of tonics throughout the day, and I actually got like a 30-minute power nap. But I can feel it in my body. And while this is very fresh for me right now, I want to share this with you because I'm feeling it right now. And so what's happening in my body right now is my body is not in this relaxing digestive state. It's basically operating borderline that fight or flight because I can feel it, right? And what's happening is anytime when we're doing that, we are conditioning our body to be okay with it. We're conditioning our body to remember how to do that. And every time when we do it, we become more familiar with how that feels. We become more familiar with our body entering into that state. And if you do it just once in a while, maybe you do it once every 6 months or once a year, it's no big deal. Every week, every couple weeks, or even more often, your body starts to remember that as that is the way I should feel. That's the way that my body should be. And our body starts to remember that as a default state. And people in the world right now, so many of us are walking around feeling that way as a normal state. And not even pushing ourselves, not even just getting these little windows of sleep. Even when we get a full night of rest, our body is still in that state. That's why when you have slept before and you wake up and you feel still tired and you look and you're like, I slept for 7 hours. Why do I feel so tired? It's because our body is so used to being stressed. And every time that we have pushed our body when our body wanted to rest, think back, right? Every time when you put down the extra coffees, every time when we took whatever stimulants and drove ourselves when our body didn't want to do it, but we wanted to accomplish something. We wanted to get something done and we did it. We were conditioning our body to get more used to it. And so now when we are thinking, why do I get agitated so easily? Like, why is this thing getting me upset? Why do I feel frustrated? I just want to brush it off. I know logically that's not a big deal, but why do I feel this way? And the reason that's happening is because we're getting our body so used to agitation as a normal state. We're so getting used to stress being as a normal state that now it's things around us is constantly triggering that emotion. When in reality, it's not even that event or that person's fault. We just conditioned our body to constantly feel that way. So then when we're feeling that way and we don't recognize this that we're having a conversation about, we may think, it's this person or this situation. And we're pointing fingers when in reality we need to look at our own habits. We need to look at our own behaviors. What am I doing to my body not on a daily basis, and how long have I been doing it for? And we recognize, I just haven't been taking care of myself. I've been pushing my body and I haven't taken care of myself. And now my body is just not feeling well. And so therefore, if it's not feeling well, it's not just physical pains, it's emotions. So if you guys ever have these emotions and you're wondering where's it coming from? It doesn't always have to be stemming all the way to childhood events and traumas and things like that. A lot of people just kind of look all the way back, but let's not just look all the way back there. Let's look at last week. Let's look at, just days. And for me right now, let me look at right now and see what am I doing right now that's still supporting this. Things happened way long time ago. It is what it is. But if we are still pushing our bodies further and further, we are still supporting and telling our body it's okay to be stressed. It's okay to be agitated. I want you to stay that way because we've got things that are needed to be accomplished. And so you don't get to rest. That's what we're really telling our body. So the way to offset this is, number one, the most obvious thing is don't do it, But as I'm telling you this, and this is happening to me right now on the spot, we know that we will do our best to be aware of this, but this will happen from time to time. But what do we need to do when it happens? And what do we need to do to reverse the effects? And what needs to be done is to go and get the body to be used to the opposite effect, the opposite state, which is to relax, which is to be in that parasympathetic, which is to be able to get into rest and digestion, get into letting go, because the body is holding on. When we push the body is holding on. The body can't let go. The body can't relax because we are forcing it, So we got to move all the way to the extreme, to the point to where we're able to relax so much. We're able to let go layers and layers and layers. When we let go one layer, there's more layers. And when we let go of that, there's even more. And at some point, when we have totally let go in the body, we are entirely 100% present. We are aware of everything. We're aware of every single thought that we have. We're aware of all the images in our mind. We're aware of our actions, why we did this. We understand our life and we understand ourselves. And this is a journey. This is not, it's a journey. It's a practice. It's something you have to do every day. But you got to shave away at those layers. And there is no good time, perfect time, because this could be a while, who knows how long it will be for each person. And so it's something that you got to start now and start to chip away at it, because every day when you are not doing this, you're adding on the other end. You're adding on to the stress. You're adding on to the tension. You're adding on to your body still being in the fight or flight. And so you have to do something out of the ordinary to get the body to start to relax until the relaxation becomes the ordinary. Until then, it's not the ordinary. Okay? So do that every day. Wake up in the morning and get it done. So you start off the day reminding your body, this is how I want you to feel, body. Body, I want you to feel relaxed. I want you to feel calm. I'm reassuring you that everything is okay. You can go ahead and relax. You can be at ease. You can go and let things go. And then every night when you go home and you're about to rest, you tell your body again, hey body, we went through a lot of stuff today, and it's okay. Go ahead and let it all go. You're safe. You are good. Go ahead and chill out. Let's go ahead and rest now. And sounds like we're talking to this little child, but in reality, we are, because we if you never built that connection with the body is like this child that never got any attention, that just kind of grew up getting thrown into things and had to defend for itself. And that's basically what it is. And we think about like not being able to let go in the body. Why? When did we tell our body, be tight, don't let, no, we didn't. But by default, that's what happens, because we never communicate. We never brought enough consciousness and go, hey body, let's see how I'm feeling. Okay, whoa, I'm holding on. Let me let go. If we did that growing up, if we did that as teenagers and as we're developing, we're going through puberty and we're going through all these changes, if we did that, we wouldn't have accumulated so much tension. We wouldn't have conditioned our body for so many years. But we didn't. Most of us did not. And so now we come back and we really need to baby the body and get it to go and let go. And that's why every day that we do that, we're moving the dial back into where eventually it becomes the ordinary state now. Parasympathetic is active and becoming the ordinary state. And now the only time that you turn your body into that fight or flight mode is when it is absolutely necessary and not the normal state anymore. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for jumping on. And I'm just reading through a few comments now. See if there's any questions. Thank you, Diego. Brian, thank you so much, guys. Okay, all right. The waves, the joins. All right, guys. So that is it. Wanted to share that today. You guys have a wonderful rest of the morning, evening, afternoon. And remember, there's no best time to do this. There is not. There never will be. It starts with now. Take the time, and just even just a little bit. Just remember. Don't let your mind convince you that a little bit isn't going to do anything, because it does. It does. A 1 minute you sit, and then you can just sit there right now and you just breathe. Just breathe, and you just sit and close your eyes. You do that for 1 minute. You set a timer and you do that, and it will start to, whoops, phone dropped. It will start to let go. Okay, your body will start to become a little more conditioned. So do that immediately and start making that into your habit every morning, every evening. All right, guys. See you later.